Miss Harvey, you told me if I didn't understand it, I should put it in modern day.
It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. A strict principal ran in VHS, a strict principal ran in CHS. The Blooms, Bloomington students, were getting detentions, referrals, suspensions, and in-schools out the wazoo. The Norms, normal students, were stealing with harsh consequences. These consequences were as harsh as expulsion. They even took over the police. All these events and thousands others like them happened around the year 2013. There were no good students anymore. Everyone was being stopped everywhere. Soon they arrived at the bike shop.
Hey man, I got a message from Mr. Matt.
I got him right up here. Hi, still hard at work, I see?
Yes, hard at work.
You have a visitor.
Did you ask me what my name is?
Yes I did.
Cell 204.
Is that it?
Cell 204.
You're not a professional friendship bracelet maker, are you?
Am I a professional bracelet maker? No. When I was in Nam, I had to figure out a way to pass the time and ease the pain. I asked if I could make friendship bracelets, and I never stopped.
Do you not remember me, the school treasurer from the school long ago?
You aren't his daughter?
No.
Who are you? It's the same. How can this be?
Come on.
Our characters are called to witness against a student being prosecuted for treason. His name is Charles Darnay. Farsad walks into the room. The judge begins to question him.
Have you been to detention before?
Yes, of course.
Have you recently been in any fights?
Every day.
I don't know how trustworthy he is.
Another untrustworthy character, Roger Cly, is shown useless. After many interrogations, the young Lucy is called to the stand.
Young lady, have you seen this man before? Yes, I saw him on a bus back to normal. He helped my father with patience and kindness. Okay. Dr. Manette, please come to the stand. Do you remember an account with this prisoner?
No, I was terribly ill.
Darnay's lawyers are murmuring and passing notes. Sidney Carton's idea led to Stryver's success by showing the resemblance between Carton and Darnay. Darnay is innocent.
They see me rolling, they hating, patrolling and trying to catch me riding dirty,
Darnay takes a visit to see his uncle, Marquis Evermonde. Darnay refuses his name and the land that comes with it.
No.
Jerry Cruncher, an honest tradesman by name, witnesses the funeral procession of Roger Cly, a pompous hideaway. While he awaits the mask of the night, he goes home to tuck little Jerry into bed. He sneaks into the graveyard to dig up Roger Cly for the money. No one knows his real profession.
I was walking down the street when I saw a man hanging underneath the car of the Marquis. Later that man went and killed the Marquis. Then he went to jail, but the citizens petitioned for him to be released. But the school council wouldn't let him, and they killed him. Now I want to start the revolution.
All right, let's go. Bring it on. Madame Defarge, put another name down on our hit list.
Darnay received a letter from an old friend named Gabelle. Even though he knows it's a bad idea, Darnay leaves to Bloomington to save Gabelle's life. During this trip, he is stopped and arrested by a Bloomington school official. He is taken to jail. When Dr. Manette receives the information, he immediately derives a plan and gets Darnay a trial.
You, Charles Darnay, are accused of being an immigrant.
Is coming to Bloomington to help a friend such a crime?
Did you marry a normal?
True, but not a normal woman.
A student of Bloomington?
Yes, by previous enrollment.
Her name and family?
Lucy Monet by Dr. Monet, who sits here.
Eventually, the jury sees that Darnay is innocent and allows him to be free. Everyone is cheering and running about the town. Lucy and Darnay return to the hotel room in Bloomington. They start living a hidden life until one day...
I hear footsteps! Charles Evermond, call Darnay. We need you immediately.
Who needs me?
The Bloomington School Board needs to report to jail immediately.
Oh.
Who calls upon him?
Well, since you're a respected citizen, I'll let you know. Mr. and Mrs. DeFrage.
In the meantime, Miss Pross and Mr. Cruncher are walking around buying supplies when Miss Pross runs into her long-lost brother.
Solomon, is it you?
Shh! Why are you shouting? Are you trying to get me killed?
Why are you being so mean to me? Have I ever stopped loving you?
Are you John Solomon? Or Solomon John? Your sister calls you John, but I know you as Solomon over in Normal. But your sister's maiden name is Pross. So I guess you have 3 names.
What do you mean?
I'm saying I don't know your real name.
You don't?
No, but I know it had 2 syllables. I can't put my finger on it.
Barsad!
Yes, that was it.
Don't worry, Miss Pross. I came here to say something went wrong with Mr. Laurie. It did, which resulted in me talking to your brother, Solomon. Now, come with me to State Farm Bank so we can talk about this in private.
Are you threatening me?
Did I say that?
Then why should I come?
Well, if you have no reason to come, then I have no reason to come either. I found out that Darnay is back in jail, but I have a plan to help him. I hear you hang out with the well-known Bloom spy?
If by that you mean hung out, yes, but now he's dead.
And you know this for a fact.
Of course, I put him in the coffin myself.
Then you must have taken him out too, because when he was buried there were just sticks and stones in there.
What? How is this?
It doesn't matter how I know it. What matters is how Cly got away.
I believe you, Cruncher. The look on your face shows me that I am telling the you are telling the truth. As for you, Barsad, you have 2 options. Help me, or I expose you to the school board of Bloom.
I guess I might as well, since I have no choice.
Damn straight.
Carton walks around Bloomington thinking of Lucy when he enters a chemist's shop and buys 2 mysterious packages. He departs and makes his way to the courtroom.
You got the stuff?
Yeah, get the money.
At Darnay's 3rd trial, friends betray him and long-lost secrets are revealed. A letter is brought up telling the story of Charles' uncle and father, along with the ugly truth behind it. A servant girl with no desire to live such a low-class citizen is taken and raped by the awful men. It was such a traumatic experience, she ends up dying from it. Seeking out revenge for his sister, a young boy creeps into the Evermones' house where the men accidentally, by their claims, stab him. Calling upon Dr. Manette to heal the sick and injured, the Evermonds try to keep it a low profile. However, Dr. Manette writes it down, and now Madame Defarge uses it against Darnay, who is sentenced to death again. Things turn personal when we all learn that Madame Defarge is sister to both victims and want all the Evermonds dead. Then Charles was sentenced to prison for the actions of his uncle and father. While Charles Darnay is in prison, he thinks about his loved ones and close friends, except for one person who did not cross his mind, Cindy Carton, when all of a sudden the unexpected happens.
Of all the people you know, you least expected to see me. I can't believe it's you. You're not a prisoner, are you? No, I blackmailed one of the keepers here. I came for your wife, Lucy. I have a request for her. Now, switch me your boots. Carton, there is no escaping this place. It has never been done because it cannot be done. You will only die with me. Madness. It would be madness if I asked you to escape, but do I? Now, switch me your coat and untie your hair so that it looks like mine. Do you have paper and pen? Yep. Yes. Write what I say. Whom do I address it? No one. I date it? No.
Carton then tells Darnay to basically write out his own feelings for Lucy. When he is writing, Carton slowly drugs Darnay by releasing fumes from mysterious packages. Carton takes Darnay's place and calls Barsad in to carry Darnay out to the carriage when Dr. Laurie, Dr. Manette, Lucy, and little Lucy await him. They escape from Bloomington and head to Downs. Jerry, Cruncher, and Miss Pross are at an apartment making final arrangements to leave Bloomington. Sending Cruncher ahead of her, she was finishing packing when Madame Defarge barges in.
Where is she? Where is the girl? What are you talking about, you crazy woman? Lucy, I know she's mourning over Darnay. What's it to ya?
It's an illegal act and I'm here to take care of it.
Over my dead body. Jerry! I've lost my hearing. I saw it, Madame Defarge, and the shot impaired me. I'll never hear again in my life.
That's the last thing she'll ever hear.
Carton, accompanied by a seamstress, walks to the guillotine. She kisses him and walks calmly to her death. Then Carton thinks about the future lives of those he has saved. His name will live in infamy.
A far, far better thing that I do than I have ever done. It is a far, far better rest that I go to than I have ever known.
I remember when I lost my mind. There was something so pleasant about that place. Even your emotions have an echo in so much space. And when you're out there without care, yeah, I was out of touch. But it wasn't because I didn't know enough. I just knew too much. Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Probably. And I hope that you are having the time of your life. But think twice. That's my only advice. Come on now, who do you think you are? Bless your soul. You really think you're in control? Well, I think you're crazy. I think you're crazy. I think you're crazy, just like me. My heroes had the heart to lose their lives out on the limb. And all I remember is thinking, I want to be like them. Ever since I was little, it looked like fun.